Welcome back to Module 5, Lesson 3. And this module is all about getting to know yourself a little bit more in relation to your personality and your values. And this one, particularly this lesson, is all about your values. Now, as you know, values are incredibly important. I talk about values all the time, and it's probably one of my favorite topics to do in clinic. And I've done a whole program that's out there on the website if you'd like to join up to that, which goes into a lot more detail, because this is really just an exercise to help you complete this sense of self program. But if you want more information, please head along to that and sign up for it, because it's fascinating. Values are amazing. So let's get into it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to learn about your values. And I'm going to just quickly introduce values. Your values are the beliefs that you define are most important to you. And so they, in theory, should be what you make all your decisions on. All your decisions should be based on your values. They not always do this, but they should guide your everyday decisions. They should be making all your big decisions, all your valued choices from this place. And if you are making those choices and those decisions from your values, you're going to be making the right ones for you, not for anybody else, but for you. So being conscious of your values will allow you to make good choices and improve areas of your life that you may be neglecting. So that's why we're going to look at this. So I've introduced Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Normally when I'm in clinic, I only use 6, but it fits with my whole narrative that we do 7. So, and we will drill down on it a little bit in module 6. But what I'd like you to do, I've got a list below, and we'll bring that up on the screen in a moment, but I've got a list below just of values. So you don't have to use this list. It can be any list. You just want words that really resonate with you, that you think are you. And so you probably, hopefully, have a little bit more information from doing that personality test last lesson. It would give you some names and some loaded words to help improve your ability to be able to maybe link some of these words to your values. So even if you look at that, what you were given from that test last lesson, you might be able to get some more words. But I've just popped together a little list to help you and to give you some insight and maybe get your brain and your juices rolling a little bit. So I want you to circle 7 from the list, and not on the opposite page, it'll be below, but 7 on the list that you really think resonate for you, that you think are you. And then what I've got, which is your handout, I want you to rank them in importance, of 1 being the most important and 7 being something that you're probably a little bit further away from, or doesn't resonate with you as much. We will get to a point in module 6 where we really do nut it out, that there's only a few, and they all kind of wrap in together, that really are our true and tried and tested values. So, and then there's a question on that sheet saying pick one, because it is impossible to be all things to everybody, and it is impossible to be every single one of your values at all points in time. So I want to pick one that you think you are least close to. So these are mine that I just popped on top of the L's to sort of get you a little bit aware of what other people might be. So let's just think of calm. So events occur in my external world that sometimes create anxiety for me and sometimes make me a little less calm because of that. And that means that value of mine, it is something that is my value. I love the fact that when I'm calm, I'm making good choices. I love the fact that when I'm around people, they feel calm too. So when I'm not calm, I'm acting outside of my values that I identify with. So if I was to do one thing that would get me closer to being calm, it may be something like meditate. So that would be my example of how, if I'm further away from one of my true values, what would I be doing? What is that one thing that I would be doing to get me just that little bit closer? So that is what this exercise is all about. One, identifying what your values are, and we'll drill down on them in the next module, but identifying what they are and what the one you think you are furthest away from. And the next section here is just simply a list. You've got that list down below, so please just have a look at it and have some fun with this. Like always, I need you to be enjoying this process. Values are fun. Values are so cool. That's the best word I can come up with right now. Values are cool. You need to be aware of your values so that you can live your life by them. So get excited about your values and let's get into it. So go have some fun with this one, and I'll see you next lesson.